Hello and welcome. This is Ruth, and today I've got kit number 83 from Tonic Studios, and it's obviously then the 20th of the month because that's when these kits get released. So let's just open it up and have a look, and then we'll get straight into making something. I'm going to have a quick look through it, show you what's inside, and then make something hopefully really nice with it. This one is called Prom Me to You, and you'll see why in a moment or two. There you are, that's what's inside. So this is the little leaflet and you can scan the little QR code and that will give you some more ideas for this one. But it's number 83 already, can you believe that? Prom Me to You. Now, we'll have a look at the papers and stuff inside this first of all, because they're really, really lovely colours. Pinks, blacks, white and a bit of vellum, some grey as well. So they all come in this wallet and that's very handy for holding it and keeping it. Whenever I'm cutting my pieces, I always slide them back in there and keep that in the box. Keeps everything all together for me. Anyhow, there's Classic card, and that is Classic is the 216 GSM, and we've got that in jet black and bright white to start off with. So that's these two, and then we've also got some misty grey and fuchsia pink, and that's all Classic card. Sorry, that's the misty grey. And the fuchsia pink. Then we've got some vellum, and this is, let's just check, pure white vellum, and that gives a really, really lovely finish if you want to add it on top of some of this or even put it in behind a sentiment. That's really, really beautiful. We've also got onyx black pearlescent card, candy floss pink glitter card, look at that, and white, smooth white 300 GSM card. That's the card all out of the road, and now we'll have a little look at the dies. Look at that. I just want to show you this first of all. These are some ideas of things that you can make with it. So we've got the man's jacket and trousers and shoes, and the lady's top and skirt and shoes as well. And they can be as colourful as you like using things from the kit there, or you can keep them white and simple and make some wedding cards and things with them as well. So lots of different ways, and I'm sure you'll think of lots of other ways too. But this is the little wallet that the dies come in, and you get 2 sheets of dies as well, as usual, and a little set of stamps. So I'm going to, oh yes, this as well, sure, I almost forgot about this. This is our little sticker, and we'll just pop that on there, and then you'll know what's in that when you come back to this little wallet. So I've got a piece of white card here just to show you these off a bit better. Now we've got a skirt and some inserts for it, so a little overskirt or whatever here. You can see the skirt in the pattern, and then this one looks like this maybe fits on top. This will all become clearer whenever I actually die cut this, but at the moment I'm just having a very, very quick look. We've also got a little top here, and then bits and pieces for it here, and a bow, another top here and here, and then we've also got the man's jacket somewhere, yeah, there, and then some that's like a debossed part to put on the jacket. Trousers as well, that would make them pinstriped, this, and then we've got lapels, and then this would be the shirt for down inside. We've also got the man's shoes, tie, a hanger, bows for both, and then this is a little handbag, and I think there might be is that a clutch bag? We're going to know exactly what these are once I die cut them, but then you'll get these other pieces too, so we'll be able to make some lovely decorative pieces out of this. And then this little banner here, and you can put the stamps inside that banner. I'll just show you them here a bit more closely. We've got on your wedding day, on your prom night, I should hold this up and you can see it better. You are fabulous, happy Father's Day and happy Mother's Day, and then happy prom. And then these other little ones as well. So I'm just looking at this long die here, and that would fit over, yeah, most, if not all of these. Yeah. So that works really well with that as well. Now we're going to have a little look at what's inside this bag, and you'll see some really, really lovely stuff in here. So as if that wasn't enough beautiful card, you've actually got a 6x6 little card pack here as well, and this is called Principal Pearlescence. So inside here you're going to get majestic gold, ivory sheen, pearled white and onyx black, and those are all pearlescent cards. So these are 4 colours, 6 of each, and they're actually 250 GSM. So really, really useful colours and a really good quality and a good weight as well. Those would be really, really beautiful for cutting out lots of those different pieces there as well. And we have some crystal drops here, and these are ebony black. We've got some dream drops, which are fairy wings. I love those. Can you see that the dream drops there? They have this beautiful kind of iridescent colour shift with them. Really lovely, but you'll see more of those whenever I use them. Then we've got a glitter gloss aqua shimmer pen. You just take the top off it. I'm going to use this later on in the video, so I'll just hold on to it now, but don't forget to remove that little piece there. Now, obviously, you'll see some of these used in this video. I might come back and use this on a different video. I'll try to incorporate it here, but I might not get everything in this one. So don't forget, if you haven't already subscribed, if you subscribe and hit the notification bell button, bell, icon, whatever, you'll see more videos as they come up. And I'm always using bits and pieces of these things as well, and you might see some other ideas for using these on there too. Now, my affiliate links to the kit and everything else that I use will be down below in the description of the video. So thanks very, very much to everybody who uses those. I am going to do some die cutting and I'll be right back. I've used this die then to cut out 3 pieces, and they're all from the fuchsia pink. It's a really, really beautiful colour, and I wanted to add some of the beautiful vellum onto that. So I've taken this little die and I've cut that out twice in vellum, and you can see there I've already gone ahead and put it along the bottom of 2 of these pieces here. And on this one I've also got some little 3D foam pads, and I'm just going to pop those onto the bottom of the next one, and that'll raise it up just a little bit and give some dimension in that. Now I'm leaving the top free, it's just down at the bottom there. So all I'm doing is lining those up and leaving a tiny little gap, and I'm going to put that on here. I'm going to do exactly the same thing with this one, but not until I have added some more detail onto this one. So I thought this would be really, really nice if I used this and used it on vellum as well. So the way to attach the vellum then is to use some of this double-sided tissue tape here, and I'm just going to cut a bit off and put it onto the vellum. So there's my vellum. What I've got left, I've actually been using a bit of this already, so I've cut out this little top as well in the pink, and I'm actually going to use the 2 dies together from the top to make the little top piece for that as well to match in. So I'm going to attach them both at the same time. I'll cut a piece of this off first and add it onto the vellum. Now all I need to do is turn that over, and we've got the vellum side up, and then the adhesive will be on the other side. And I'm going to put this down onto here with this lovely pattern in between, and I'm going to attach that with some of this tape here, and maybe actually make it just a little bit easier. I'm going to cut this off anyway, so I may as well just do it now. Just cut that off there. And back to this again. So just pop this on the vellum side, facing down like that, and this in here, and then we're going to use the tape on top to hold it. And then I'm going to do the same thing with the little top part of the dress as well. So I've already die cut that now, and all I need to do is pop these 2 pieces out, and that means I've got lovely little vellum attachments, and the adhesive is on the back. So all you need to do is just take the adhesive off, and there you are. And I'm going to attach that directly onto here, right on there, and do exactly the same with the little skirt. This is actually the backing from the adhesive, but I suppose if you really wanted, you could use that as well. I'm not going to anyway, but I've also still got some vellum attached on here, and I'll not waste that. I'll hold on to that because I'm quite sure even if I don't use it for this project, I'll use it for something else. Now all I need to do is add some 3D foam pads onto that and attach it in the same way that I've done down here. Now I've cut the little belt out of glitter card, and I'm just going to attach that right across the centre there. And I've also cut 2 little flowers. That will go on there. And I'm just going to give the flowers a tiny little shape, and then I'll put them up on here. And I'm just trying to bring that glitter back in again, so I've got the flowers cut out of glitter card as well to match the little belt. That tissue tape is absolutely perfect for attaching vellum, and especially on intricate dies like that, because you don't see any little dots or any little missed areas if you were to use glue. It doesn't show through at all, and it's absolutely fantastic. I'll put the link for that down below in the description of the video if any of you are interested in that as well. I wanted to try and incorporate this die into the pattern of the card, so I've got a 15 centimeter square, or roughly 6 by 6 square card, and it's a top fold. And then I've taken a piece of card that measures the same width across here, but it's 10 centimeters, and I've scored that at 1 and then 4.5 in from this side. So these are both 4.5 centimeters, and this is 1. And now I'm just going to attach this onto the card by this fold here. So this will then become the glue tab. So I'm just going to put a little bit of extra glue along there, and then that will get glued directly in there, and it means you've got an extra little attachment onto the front of the card, and that's got the mounting fold on it. So when the card sits up, that's attached to the front, and that's what it looks like from the side. Then I've got one of these, and I've actually cut that out with this die, and then I taped this one, turned it over, and I taped that on as well, and then I taped this one on, and that gave that beautiful detail pattern on it there, and the little stitched edging there as well. And now I'm going to attach this onto that mounting fold in the front of the card there. So a bit of glue along there. I've already burnished that and folded it back, made sure it's really, really well burnished as well. And then I can go ahead and just attach that on here. Just centralize it so that it's got sort of an equal distance apart at each side of it there. You can see then how I've just made sure that that's really well glued on there, and that will then sit up like this. And now I'm going to attach the little dress on here. So I want that to sort of come over both of these parts so that it actually is glued to both this part and this part, and the top then will sort of stand free. I'll just be putting glue on here and up to here. I wasn't too sure whether I wanted to put a square of coloured card on there or even patterned paper or something. That would be really nice as well, but I decided that I would sort of mirror this up at the top. But I've actually gone ahead with this die, and I've cut it out in the fuchsia pink, and you can see there that the score line is there, but I haven't actually folded that back. And what I'm going to do is just put that directly on top. So if you can see, I'll hold it up here, where that fold line is there, it's not going exactly there, it's going right above it. And that means whenever I glue that on there, it just gives you a lovely little arc above this one and makes that white stand out a little bit more against the back. Now I've also taken another piece that's exactly the same as this, and I'm going to do exactly the same with that. So I folded this over. That's actually going to go over the top of the card like this, right over the fold there. I could actually probably just cut that off and glue it on, but it's such a small little fold, I don't think it matters on there. And again, I'm going to take this and just pop it in there, and you can see the way the fold line, it hasn't been folded at all there, and that's going in there, and then that gives this beautiful shape down here, just like that. And I'm going to glue that then on there, and the two of those will just look lovely whenever they're glued on like that. So I'll go ahead and attach those first. I think it would be nice if this piece wasn't just flat, although the top is flat, and I want this to sit up just a little bit. So I've got two 3D foam pads here sort of stuck together, and I'm just going to pop them in there, and that will hold that up just a little bit. It gives a little shadow, and it just gives another little bit of depth to the card. And then that will now stand up like that. It actually looks really, really lovely. So I'll show plenty of photographs of it at the end. Now for the top part then, I have taken the Happy Mother's Day from the little stamp set, and I've stamped that out on white, and then I have die cut it with this little banner. I've also cut the same banner in fuchsia pink, and I've cut it, as you can see there, cut it in two and just moved each side out so that you can see a little piece here on both sides of it. And I've got 3D foam pads on the back of that, and I'm just going to go ahead now and attach that across the top of the card, and then I have some other little bits and pieces that I'm going to put down here. I die cut this little handbag, and I didn't cut the strap out because I'm actually going to put it down here and not up here at all. So there it is in fuchsia pink, and then I've used this little flap here which just gets cut out in the fuchsia pink again, and you can see I've sort of folded that over there. And this little piece here, I've cut that out in glitter card and attached it on top, and I've got a little 3D foam pad on the back of that. That's going to go directly on top of the handbag like so, and then this little piece will get glued on at the back, and again that just gives a lovely bit of dimension onto that. It's just a tiny little detail, but it looks really, really nice. I'm going to glue that on here, and then I've die cut the little shoes. So I actually cut those out of grey card and the pink glitter, and you can see here that these are the little inside pieces for here and here. I'm going to put the grey inside here. That also means that I've got a pair of grey shoes, and I've got the inside glitter part that I can use those for something else. So I'm just going to go ahead and glue these on down here. Just to finish that off then, I used the Dream Drops from the kit. These are really, really beautiful. They're fairy wings, and they go really beautifully with this. So I put one in the centre of the little flower up here in the dress, and then one in the centre of the bow. I was actually asked just to make the one card, but because I've just put the lady's dress on it, I'm going to go ahead and make a second one because I do want to show you how this goes together as well. So we're going to make possibly a Father's Day card with this one. Now this cuts out the plain shape that gives you the man's jacket, and then you can put these pieces inside, obviously turning it over, and that gives you the debossed area there, and it doesn't show just as well on the grey, but you can see it there, and that gives a kind of a pinstripe or a textured effect to that jacket. And likewise with the trousers, the outside die then cuts the trouser shape, and when you put this one in, it gives you that kind of textured pinstripey kind of feel as well to it. So I am going to glue these together because I do want them to be sort of like one piece at the end. So I'm going to, well, sorry, hold on. We're going to do the shirt first, and I'll put it in there. So this part makes the shirt. And then if you find this little die, you'll see that one of these is actually a bow tie. That's this one. And this one is the shirt collar. So I have the shirt collar cut out there, and I'm just going to glue it on here. And I've also cut out the tie, and I'm going to put that on here. So I'm actually going to put the tie on first and then put the collar over the top of that, and then I'm going to glue all of that together here. And you can actually see that, hopefully you can see anyway, I've already cut out the lapels with the two little dies that do that. That's these two, and I've glued those already onto the jacket. So I'm just going to assemble this, but I do think the tie probably needs to go on first before the collar. I'm sure it's not a massive detail, but that's how I'm going to do it, just to be sure that I get it all in the right order. There we are. And then the little collar. There's my man, my headless man, and he's all glued together. I've glued the trousers on here and then the shoes on down here as well, and I've got an A6 card here. So I've taken a piece of the beautiful pearlescent card from the little 6x6 pad, and that's onyx black, and I've cut that to just fit inside the card there. But I've also made some stitching effect on it with this, so all I've done is sort of centralize it on there, and I'm just going to show you how I've done it. So right on there through the die cutting machine, and flipped it over and did it right on here, and then I just moved it back a little bit. Now I haven't measured any of this, it's all just eyeballed, but it looks quite good, and I've done it there as well. And then at the ends I've done it like this, like that, and then moved it back here, and that's at both ends, and hopefully you can see that lovely pattern on there. Now again, you're probably tired listening to me saying this, but I never use glue except on very tiny pieces of pearlescent card, because I think you get a kind of a ripple or a little mark on it. So I've got double-sided tape on there, and that's going right down onto my card front, like so. Now I've got a little panel of white card, which is 5.5 by 11.5 centimeters, and I've backed that onto some grey card, which is 6 by 12, and I'm going to glue that directly onto the centre of this card front, and then I'm going to add the little headless man on top of that. So this going right on here, and there you are. Now I'm not actually sure whether this is what I would really want to use a wobbly, as they're called, on, but I'm going to use it just to show you how it's done anyway. I think maybe it's more for a fun kind of card. Okay, we're going with this one. So I've got the little wobbly here, and you can see that there's glue on both sides of that there. So I grab my tweezers and just pull this off, the little backing piece, and then I'll add that on probably about there. And then I'm going to remove these pieces here and just hold that in place while I do that. Then I can just go ahead and add this directly into the center of that panel. And you're really only going to press down there where the wobbly is and behind that, and there he is. There's my happy couple. Happy Mother's Day and Happy Father's Day. I just stamped the Father's Day out and cut it with the same little die that I've cut this one with. There's the stamp, and that's from the set as well, and put it right across the top there. And I didn't pop that up in 3D foam pads because I thought it needed to be flat because this was up. This actually, I don't think I pointed this out, these two little pieces interlock if you want. You can tuck the one in behind the other and keep that like that, or you can just lift it out and have the card sitting up like that. So either way, let me know which one you like best. Well, I actually like both of them, but I've just remembered I didn't show you the glitter gloss pen, so I want to show you that very quickly. This is, you take off the little yellow ring and then push this up into the barrel, and you'll just activate that, and you can see there's a lovely little hint of glitter. I've already done it on some silver, some grey card there, and the shine of it is very, very subtle but very, very delicate. Now you can use it just in plain card to jazz it up a little bit by using it like that, or you can put it over some markers or anything else that you like, colouring pencils or stuff like that, just to give it a little bit of extra zhuzh or a little bit of extra life to it. It's really, really beautiful, so I hope you enjoy that as well. So thank you very, very much for watching. If you haven't already subscribed and you are enjoying the channel, subscribing is free, and it really would mean a lot to me. I appreciate it, would appreciate it very, very much if you would do that. Also, hit the notification bell, and that'll keep you up to date with everything as it comes along. And if you've enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and leave me a little comment down below. As always, my affiliate links are down below in the description of the video, and that will take you straight to where you can buy the kit, or indeed in any other video, to anything else that I've used in the video. Most of all, thank you very, very much for watching. I really appreciate your company. I've enjoyed your company for a while now. If you're new, I'm very, very happy to have you along. Welcome on board, and I hope you come back. But in the meantime, happy crafting. Bye bye.